Hey, all you wonderful people out there in YouTube land. Webc here, and welcome to KitBash Friday. All right. Nice. All right. We got people coming in. We're getting ready. We're going in. Friday Night KitBash is about to kick off. Everybody over there on YouTube, welcome in. We're about to kick it off in about 1 minute over on the chat. The screen's right here. I promise. It's all white right now, but you'll eventually start hearing voices and see people, I promise. This is the first time we're doing it this way. So I got you guys to where you guys can see what I'm doing tonight. Tonight, we're going to start off the KitBash by I am taking this piece right here, and I'm going to mount it on the top of this Gunpla head. So right there on that Gunpla head. And it's going to go just like this. When it's done, somewhere like that, either here or here. I'm not sure where yet. All right, 9 o'clock, time to go. We're kicking it off. Hello, everybody. All right, welcome to Friday Night KitBash. We are live on YouTube. So I am working on a new screen setup. So I am thinking this is probably the best one I have right at the moment. Kerry. All right.
Going on, people?
So this is where I'm at. All right, I'm just pulling out stuff, getting things ready for tonight. All these fancy tools I get to use tonight.
Right on. That's what I'm doing, kind of cleaning up a little bit. Probably going to end up doing some painting at some point, so I'll just mute my mic so I don't cause a ruckus. I think I'm watching the live on YouTube on my computer.
Yep.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah.
How's it going?
All right. So, I was wanting to wait to open this.
Well, hey, everybody. Doug's here tonight.
Wish I had a damn tripod or something to hold my phone. Get one of them selfie sticks. I actually have the case I have is on the snail Titan, and it has like a stick pin that holds on the back. Oh wow!
Hey, you gotta move all these boxes and stuff. Hey, bring this ball over to the kitchen.
Okay.
Where you getting set up and stuff. You got time.
So check this out.
So what's that do?
This is all parts to make the Psycho Zaku.
Okay.
Somebody 3D printed them for me. Nice.
Oh, sweet.
So I think you're waiting for them to arrive. So, what is your diagnosis? Do they look good? Yeah, I mean the molds. I mean they all look pretty good. I mean I've never worked as, I don't know what kind of resin this is, but I mean I guess it sands just like regular plastic. But yeah, it's got so here's the backs of the bazookas, and I guess these plug into and to hear like so,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
That's very interesting.
I don't know how I'm gonna like attach it. I don't know if there's a plug or like, but yeah, he got the Callaway. But he got a little inverse printer. It printed out of a tub of because it's got the little gates on it. Yep, like any cubit maybe or something like that. Yeah, I mean the guy did this for free. Right on. But they look good and you're happy, huh? Yeah, I mean I'm gonna have to sand them and paint them and all that stuff because I mean they still feel sticky. Yeah. Oh yeah, you gotta wash them really good. Do I need to like wash it in certain kind of thing or just like soap and water?
Purple power works really well. If you just like
do purple power,
let it soak overnight.
I'm not positive because purple power is pretty powerful. If it won't degrade your plastic overnight, but you can dilute it in water and scrub with a toothbrush. Done dish liquid, warm water, scrub with a toothbrush to get the salt, anything left on the outside off of it. And you'll be good to go, bro.
Yeah, I guess that's a different time. If it's a resin I haven't worked with, you could do that. Like the garage kits, like Basic Studio and everything, I never had a problem, but I don't know about the printers. I've never done anything with those.
Right. Yeah.
Like I said, purple power.
This is going to be my first venture with any kind of resin 3D printed stuff. But here's one of the tanks.
It's fun.
Like I guess because it came in two parts.
Yeah.
And then Hiko joined us right on that.
Hey, Hiko.
Yeah, so it's kind of fun balance on the mountain. So I was going to do painting tonight, but I'm not going to do that. It's way too hot out. Yeah. And I got a few things I can show. I think I got 3 things, really. I got hand paints, fluorescent colors. Then if you want to, I can give you a rundown on the weathering pigments and everything else. That'll probably be the 3 things I have.
That'd be good. I think that'd be good.
What are you doing, Littles?
I'm looking at these parts. I don't know what they go to.
So, like, with this resin, like, would, like, plastic cement work with it, or would I need, like, super glue or something? I recommend only because I don't know what it was printed with. There's all kinds of materials. I mean, I'm going to message the guy and let him know that I got them and everything, and then, like, I'll ask him then. It's good. You can totally ask him. I don't even know, like, how it all plugs together. I mean, I guess I could figure it out. Yeah, you can probably Google some directions for the Zaku, and go from there, maybe.
Yeah, resin takes a lot of cleaning.
But I mean, I'm gonna do some cleaning up to it and stuff like that. But I mean, if it works, like I'll have to probably make some kind of a mount for this to mount because I'm planning on using the Origin Zaku, the Shars. I'm gonna use it and turn it into my own little like Psycho Zaku. But yeah, I mean, it's got some good detail to it.
Yeah.
It's even got like the oh, check this out. One of the sub arms has got holding the what is that? Stern pals. Well, I fixed the arm issue, sort of. Kind of. Hey, there's Leo. How's it going, Clarks?
Hey, Leo.
What's up, guy?
How's it going?
Terrifying.
Terrifying.
So, was that Hiko?
Hiko.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Somebody was talking about it being too hot to paint. Because at work today, I was sweating like a whore in church. Whoa.
Okay,
Sitting next to
the late night.
Sitting next to the preacher wearing red.
Late night.
That starts a little early for us, apparently. I'm gonna hold the joke back until later.
Oh yeah, the threshold.
Hello, everybody. I am Littles joining.
Oh yeah, Littles is here tonight, by the way, guys.
Tonight. I am doing a 30-minute missions. I might also be finishing up water slides for this guy.
So I have 3 screens that aren't connecting very well. One of them being Little's screen.
That's
Oh no.
that's something else that I'm gonna get after I start getting paid. I want to get that 30-minute mission to Reverend Nova.
Oh, okay.
I want to get that one because the way it looks, you know, it's got the real big thick legs. Easy, this is a kid show, man. Oh, listen at him. He said it's a kid's show. Got that big leg. Whoa. All right. But yeah, here's this guy. One of the ones I've been working on here and there. It's the Ninpulse body. Oh, the Ninpulse Gundam. And then I put the Banya shoulders on it. And then the backpack right back here. It's the center part is from the Geminus. And then the outer pieces here are from the EZSR. And then I don't know. And I just glued some thrusters on there just to kind of.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, it's got the little it's got the holes on the side of it, so you can attach like some sub arms, weapons, stuff like that.
A really good builder for itself. I have a few of those. I think I bought 2 of them.
What are you working on tonight, Leo?
I started a custom that I was talking about earlier, and I took a 90s and converted it with the Helios to put those panels in there to give it kind of like the burning Gundam shining Gundam effect.
That's cool.
Take those hollow bits, gold. But I've got the arm conversion done for one. It's just these little tiny buggers do not want to stay in their appointed slots for some reason.
You know what's funny, dude, is like when I first started talking to Leo, dude, like he had never like done any kind of KitBash or nothing, and then like now he's doing it just like the big dogs.
Well, the funny fact is, my first competition entry on the West Coast was my first KitBash, and I got first place because I was the only one that entered a KitBash and their KitBash division.
He done made a sign. What the? That's so funny. I don't know why that's so funny, but it is.
I have a sign too. It says, "Welcome to tonight's live chat." It says, "Build a Bro Workshop." Good job, guys.
All right, that's it. I'll make. Whoa.
Hold on, let me just go get dressed really quick. Jeez.
All right.
Here's my sign. Here's your sign.
Everybody see and hear my screen?
I got a sign. I can see it.
All right. All right. So today we're going to be trying out some of these. They are called curved line guides. And then I also have some slanted line guides. And we're also going to be using my new chisel from Despay. Yep.
Yeah, so once I start getting in the habit of getting paychecks and stuff, dude, I want to start upping my tool game.
It depends how much money you want to spend on tools.
Right.
That's my favorite new tool.
You can just find people to give them to you. Some people don't want to keep things in.
Well, if you know anybody giving stuff away, you can send them my way. I got a joke that I'm gonna wait till the adult section comes out.
That's a good plan.
So this last week or two, I saw the group numbers just skyrocket like crazy.
Yeah, we're at 1,600 on the group listing.
You're gonna be 2,000 within this next half month.
I hope so.
Keep doing videos and something like that.
That'd be really awesome. I mean, I got a video that I'm gonna upload tonight after we get off tonight. I got a video that's ready to go. That's gonna get uploaded, and then by tomorrow night I should have tonight's video uploadable.
Hey, do you guys know, like, can you buy just like photo etch parts, like just random ones? Like, I mean, do they have to be for a specific kit?
Some are for specific kits, but some you can actually get really special. Why is my internet being so stupid? We gonna try. I'm sorry guys, my internet's been acting up hardcore.
Random photo etch sets you can buy. If you want to check it out.
All right.
You see it?
Now I'm getting one.
Videos, eBay,
Probably
other
a
stores.
line on that. At some point, you can probably drop a link. Like, if you got something quick.
Yeah, I'll have to post it later. I'll post a link to that. And there's also some
Look
other
up on
tools I
here.
found.
That. And
I've been trying to have a conversation with BadWorks. I've got the door open, but the communication is a little choppy. Different language.
They don't much know.
But I've got a good conversation going with Google Translate.
I would just ask Utah USA, the other West Coast distributor.
Okay.
Yeah, that's who that does it. Just go to Twitter. They'll respond to you there.
Who was it?
Utah USA Twitter. If you just talk to them, they'll give you information. You're getting a catalog because they sell this stuff and they rotate their inventory all the time.
Is there any way special to spell that? No?
New Type USA. You type in Gunplug, you want to give you a selection of sell items that are popular, probably. That's the only place.
That's, a lot of the BadWorks photo edge and staples are really identical to the Lexan models, London, which I mean, I guess they're okay. Because I've got a little bit of both, and I realize they're identical. So, pretty cool.
Be surprised. Avi on eBay is an L store. They do Hong Kong, Taiwan, then model tools in between. So they sell in that general area. They're pretty close to how they sell. Which is interesting. Even if you go to Samuel Deco,
I've been snipping my first
good
runner.
inventory of tools and option part kits.
Yeah.
There's just different vendors. People have different items for sale. So if you look at them, you'll see things that are normally shared, really, depending on what you do.
That's definitely something worth looking into. Yep, I think so.
I'm probably going to switch my view here in a moment, and I'm probably going to do some hand painting, actually. And I'll just give you a slight tutorial on each one.
You see my really nice scissors over there?
And then they'll back in.
How about, do we need to kind of let everybody else know about the camera thing, or what?
All right, well, I'm having a whole bunch of connectivity issues over on my end. I'm not getting video from half the people in the room.
I got one Doug. I can't see Doug and poor Little.
Yeah, I'm like Littles. I can't see Littles at all.
Mine should be showing my GNX. Yours is stuck showing part a cycle thing from like maybe 15 minutes ago. Yeah, I got nothing for Doug.
Mine good?
Yeah, everybody's good, but Doug and Little. Oh, of course it would be me. Get your cat sucking up all the Wi-Fi. Yeah, the little alien. Like, I mean, you plug your tail into the phone. Here, let me try something.
I just reloaded Littles.
Turn your TV off, like your Wi-Fi on your TV, your computer on airplane mode. Tell the old lady to stop streaming music.
Oh, you're talking about that conversation. Okay. Yeah, so I was going to give you guys just a kind of a hint when it comes to using bandwidth. You guys may not be familiarized with this, but if you use more than 2 devices on a router, you automatically split the
Hey,
load.
get off the computer back there.
So what happens is that you
Been
want
on
to
it
use
all
a band
day.
that's not being used.
Am I still Bart?
You probably want to use a Wi-Fi band that's not Wi-Fi. Use a 5G band because no one else would use it. You can use it on one band by yourself without any other devices to split the band load with. You can actually have a faster stream. So it helps to have a hardwire.
Well, I'm switching over to 5G from my phone. Over here on YouTube, everything seems to be all right.
Make sure they're using regular Wi-Fi, not the 5G Wi-Fi. That way you can use it by yourself for faster data streams.
Am I still dark?
Yeah. Yep. Then if you can, always use hardwire over Wi-Fi. For me, I have to use Wi-Fi.
I mean,
And if you guys want,
I don't know.
Carrie's screen is frozen up well.
Mine's still working for you guys?
All right.
Now it started working again.
Now I got everybody.
You think it might be because there's too many people?
No, I think we're at our limit.
Probably so.
I didn't know if like if you had a bunch of people if that would cause like lag and
No, it shouldn't. It's all based on your internet and stuff. And see, I just got this stupid new box, and I don't know how well it's going to perform and stuff.
yeah, my Wi-Fi is only sitting at 2 bars.
Okay.
That might be what my bill.
It's like I come in.
That's crazy. That is shit.
Yeah, my connection's at full bars. So I just kicked my son off the internet. So I should be the only one using Wi-Fi for a computer right now.
It's not bad. So it's working on that joint actually. So I actually got the ear tip pieces painted plus some camera lenses. Not bad.
I don't know what to do about him. I also don't know.
I think I just more
Dustin.
Dustin,
Is
leave
that-
him alone. Ignore him. What's he doing?
So do you guys ever use hand
Put
painting
it back on
much
those.
after
Leave
doing
alone.
any base colors?
You can make it anything else you
My
want.
hands are too shaky, so I've never done it.
Not really.
That's usually my MO. I hand paint, but now I'm starting to airbrush. But I've always kind of been a detail painter with a brush.
So there's a
I
really
started
easy
with
trick for hand painting.
Well, I switched to rattle pen because my hands started getting too shaky.
So the one thing I found about hand painting is that you don't have to have steady hands. You just gotta dip the brush in thinner once. Just wash your brush, let thinner stay on it, then dip it in paint. Then you can kind of like drop it on like a dot, and it'll just self-level. You really don't have to do much.
I'll have to give it a try. And try
I
it,
just
man.
dot it back, and it will dry by itself basically.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Same thing using leather washes. Just dip it once, and it'll self-level. I've just been detailing this kit for the last few days, and this next week I'm going to end up doing most of the weathering. And I got to do finishing with the fluorescent colors also. I also got these stripes painted on too. I'm actually getting these ones marked, so once these are done, I'll go ahead and top coat it. Probably weather it.
I've learned that if you have a space that is just too big, just whittle down just a little bit to that edge, and it'll slip it right in.
Good advice. But what have you guys been working on this last week?
Gary, I'm not getting any audio from you.
I got the tin funnels all done. Putting the photo etching parts on them now. There. On the back, all this. And I got these other ones I got to go on, but I had to bend them all to fit. And they stick up, so they're not going on until I'm done with the kit because I know like I'm going to bump them and knock them off.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know.
All right, give me 2 minutes, guys. I got something at the front door.
But like, I think I have almost as much time in this already as I do in Easy on Me. And I had like weeks.
Yeah. Hey, Michael, real quick. The videos you got lined up later, what's the length on them? How long they take?
What do you mean?
Like the videos for the playlist you got.
Am I still blacked out, guys?
Or I mean, how do you use the app to play them? How's that normally work?
What, on YouTube?
Yeah, you just click it and it just plays on the link in the chat.
No. So when you open up so when I go into my live and I go to start and make a live, it'll ask you when you want to make the live for, and then you can program like the date and the time. And then when you go to reopen the live, you go back into live, but instead of going into go live, you go into the tab on the left that says manage, and then it'll pull up that one. Now you can make a couple ahead of time and stuff if you want, but it only really makes sense to make one at a time right now. Yep. So after tonight, like on Monday, I'll throw out the one for Wednesday. So it'll give us a couple days to promote ahead of time, and then I'll try and get better at like right after Wednesdays to throw the Friday one out right away too.
So I ended up hand painting these details right here. I don't know if you can see this, but there's these rivet holes that were placed.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because these were just smaller pieces painted.
So, right.
I know Michael got a hell of a deal on that full armor 7th Gundam.
Oh yeah, that full armor 7th Gundam, super sweet.
My son just came down. He was building this thing. It's a gun, and I accidentally bumped the trigger and just knocked all my stuff down with it. This thing is crazy.
Is that one of those Bandai guns, or is that like a?
It's a Vex. I don't know where he got it. He got it at Hobby Lobby. But it's it was dark.
Because I know Bandai has that like that little gun.
Down there. We're not gonna have that one. I just accidentally bumped the trigger and it lit 2 darts out of it like super quick, man. Listen, do not shoot anybody with this because those things come out fast. They shoot you down with it.
I hated that movie.
I was fixing to say who remembers that movie.
To this day, I cannot stand it.
You know, honestly, I've never watched it all the way through.
What movie was that?
Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye.
You'll shoot your eye.
I want to make a parody movie of Home Alone, but instead of like being exhibiting, it would actually like shoot home defense like Kyle off.
But no, Home Alone came after that movie, so.
So, speaking of full armored 7, I custom painted it the heads off to the side.
Not bad.
Oh, okay. That looks cool.
This is how you make a really nice looking set.
See, I had one once, but I kind of parted it out and then just kind of I don't know where it went. But I kept the big cannon. I still had the cannon. It's in my box of parts.
What in the world am I looking at? Oh, this thing just scribes so amazingly. Very nice.
The arm test fit works.
You trying to blind us, Hiko?
Black lights. I found this light right here for fluorescent paint. I found this pink. I'm used for camera lenses, but it looks like it super glows. So it's
All
like
right.
weird.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Jake. Just letting you know something weird's going on with the connectivity.
This black light on too.
So this is really getting weird. So I'm sorry, kiddo. You just have to come over to my camera and show when you make progress, okay?
Okay.
'Cause right now,
That's you, Jake.
this camera
Yes,
ain't
sir.
working.
What's up, buddy? How's it going? Another day in paradise.
I feel it. Just
Black
finished
light
dinner.
is so weird.
Got my grub on.
Yeah, so I was talking to this guy on Messenger earlier, and I was telling him about how I started a new job or whatever. And I was like, he's like, well, what do you make? And I was like, $13.75 an hour. He was like, well, that's not a whole lot. I said, consider I was making 11 at all.
I made
it's a little bit more.
piece.
I don't know. That just kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Good job.
I just finished putting some wire slides on this guy.
That
I
is
think with
the
that
chess piece.
Wage thing, it's one of those things that nowadays people are just like, if you aren't making enough to live on your own, they've got this 1950s mindset of if you can't live on your own and take care of yourself, then what are you doing with your life kind of mindset. It's really annoying.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Like crisis kind of age.
Okay, well, I mean, it also depends on what part of the.
their own self and not everybody else. This local might be a better place.
It also depends on where you live in the country,
Right.
because
Because I know places like out in California, dude, like, it's crazy out there. Yeah, it's like,
I like that.
all the gallons.
yeah, well,
Did that to themselves.
I lived in Tennessee
Fix themselves.
for a while, and I was making like $7.50 an hour, like 15 years ago. And I moved up to Minnesota, and the same job, I applied for the same kind of job, and I got it, but they jumped me from $7.50 an hour to $10 an hour, just by moving states. You know, same job and everything. So
Where was it? Did you live again?
I lived in Jackson,
Texas City?
Jackson, Tennessee.
Oh, all right.
It's between Memphis and Nashville. It's like a
Oh, okay.
truck
But it's
stop
not
city.
up by Kingsport it's not up by Kingsport or Bristol or Knoxville, is it?
No. It's like I said, it's in West Tennessee. Knoxville is East Tennessee.
I'm in Knoxville.
Yeah.
It's I like that a lot when me and my ex-wife split up. Like she got the house and everything, right? And I was making like 65,000 a year. And with child support and everything, like if I didn't find my fiance and she already have a house, like I would not be able to afford a house big enough to fit my kids in. Like it's ridiculous
Yeah.
how it's in the housing cost. And I mean, that's making $60,000 a year, you know, like it's I don't know how people do it.
There's going to be another housing bubble crash soon.
Yeah, I bought my house at the end of Obama period or whatever.
What I realized is like it doesn't matter if you've got $1 million in your bank account or if you're in the negative. You know, it's just however you live your life.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
It's on my end. It's literally if I didn't get half the models I have as gifts, I wouldn't have a single one. Like I think I've bought since I got scoring up like 5. The rest are all gifts that I've had just sitting since I was a kid.
dude, if I had the money back that I've spent on kids like my entire life, I could probably go out and buy a car with it.
I would have set myself for that. I don't buy that many kits. I really don't.
I got a car.
My wife gets mad whenever I buy them. She's like, "Oh, now you gonna buy those toys again?"
I just get lucky because if I didn't have this, then I'd be going insane being out of work right now.
I think it's expensive.
This is literally insane.
Well, if I didn't have Gundam, I'd be sitting in an AA meeting by myself right now. So
Did they ever say how much that master grade strike freedom is going to be? Wasn't it like
150.
I couldn't remember if it was 250 or 150.
It's gonna be 150, and then you're gonna pay 30 for shipping.
You can buy my strike
How
freedom.
much? Because I pre-ordered
I have the master before. Somebody wants it.
That master grade extreme though, dude, it looked badass.
Actually, I actually pre-ordered it. I'll tell you how much it is.
Looking at it, I keep seeing sucker face in the frame.
Did you see that? Did you see that thing I posted in the group? It's for the Regazine, but it's like the little dummy balloon.
Yeah, I really want that.
There's
two things. The one for the Regazine, and then the one for the generic mobile suits.
Oh, I didn't know there was a second one. I thought there was just
Yeah, there's another set.
Oh, okay.
I paid $201.30 pre-order from USA Gundam.
Oh yeah, fuck
Well,
those
what
people.
the unicorn was like what, 250?
Mine, I got mine off of somebody that bought it and never built it. I paid $200 for that.
Oh, hey, that's not too bad.
You know, if you buy the
For more.
See, that's why I like high grade, because they're relatively cheap, and for the amount of money that like you can put into a master grade, you can get 2 or 3 high grades.
You gotta stop sleeping with the ones. Like that should be. Oh my God, Sam. Boy.
So what do you think would be the best way to paint this stuff? Like spray paint or like brush paint?
Spray is always the best.
Yeah. I just put the 2 different pictures in chat so that if you want to see it later or whenever you can. Or it's still sending the second one.
So that line right there, I did that on both sides.
Then I can keep painting again. They're gonna paint the rest of the yellow now.
I just realized I'm out of sandpaper. That's awesome.
You got a rolling papers.
Okay,
Sandpaper.
Hey.
Install in public.
I've got rolling papers. I just have
They give you sandpaper instead. What do you do?
Smoke sandpaper. Roll it up, buddy. Yeah. Careful with it's a type of paper. You can light on fire.
I mean, they give you sandpaper.
If I ever got to the point where I had to use sandpaper to roll it in the doobie, I think I would probably just give up.
Hell no, I'm gonna get a bear canner.
I was gonna say either that or pack a bowl.
I'm just gonna say that. Just get a bear canner.
I've had to make beer can bowls before that they freaking suck.
We're big wolfbacks, man, up here in Pennsylvania. So you'd be hunting, and then you take your hunting license off your back.
And like making the steamroller out of the toilet paper roll.
Yeah, buddy. That was wrong. You have a 2 liter.
I was going to say, if you're ever in a pinch, use an apple as a pipe.
Okay, so I need you to paint.
All right. Hey. Save all for after 11 o'clock, please.
Okay, so
I've always used like paper.
the video of the dude driving the van in the chat. Did you guys see that at all?
I always thought an apple would be hard to do. You gotta leave like a hole out on one side. You can hold the top to have the smoke.
All you do is stick a pen in through the top, only through the middle, and then you pull it out, and then you stick one in the side. Right in the middle part of the dude.
I may not know how to prep an apple for smoking, by God, but I can roll a hell of a blunt.
All right. Hey.
I like that one.
I'm putting in my party in yours.
I do tag ones.
Don't smoke, don't drink.
Drink one from the Blue Moon. That's not it. But that's only half the these. I'm not ready to smoke. If I didn't smoke,
So I found this nice weathering wash from Mr. Color.
Yeah, I've never tried it, but I've heard good things about it.
Legs. So what I'm going to do is, on the back of these legs, where they're like ground metal gray, I'm going to wash it with this. And I'll just wipe it and paper down. That's really it.
Somebody told me once that like you could take like the panel liner and thin it down and use it as a wash. Which I mean, it's like that was not for a wash because that's obviously what it is, but for weathering.
Yeah. And so
Take
previously,
some of this and you wash it down, you thin it down, you use it as a type of weathering.
panel line is always the way to go. This is the best panel line tool you can obviously use for snap kits plus painted builds. It's always been ready to go.
Or what I do is I just went and got some of these.
The pigments are good. Those are for drying. So you want to use wet and dry together when you do weathering. So previously what I did was I used sandpaper last time. I damaged the edges, but I'm going to start using the gunmetal enamel to damage the edges, and I'll come back with a cotton swab thinner and clean it up. That will give the edges a worn, straight metal look. And that's the first part of weathering you're going to do before the washes. These mix of water stripe decals. These red stripes are probably going to be used for caution markings on the sides of the wing binders. So we'll go top and bottom down these sides right there. That's probably what I'm looking at the next week or so. I can't do anything because it work.
Right. I'm at an impasse and I don't know what to do.
I don't know how hot the heat guys. It was like 107 here, 108 or so in Texas.
That's like the one thing I did not do today was check the weather. I've been kind of space casey today.
Yeah. Really wish I could have been like though.
Can you guys know?
You know the old master trade manuals where they give you mechanical drawings and details, you know? The newer ones don't do that anymore. The Goins kits, they kind of do the same detail mechanics that we see in the master trade manual.
Oh yeah.
Just strange.
I built the Blade Blanker EPS system.
Oh
I was kind of floored at how detailed and amazing the instructions were. Not to mention the kit itself it's
big.
I love it and I hate it. I love the full range of mechanics and how detailed everything is, and you know how each part works together, and it feels like you're actually building a machine.
Yeah.
But then, like, trying to get it to stay together at times, because a lot of the parts don't really.
Hey, turn your volume down.
Or I found myself having to go back and using a bunch of super glue to like keep parts from just continuously falling and popping off.
Are you building the perfect stuff for them, Jake?
Yes, I am.
That and Helios are probably my two favorite of the Battle Log kits.
So did you guys check the P-Bandai website this time around?
I'm looking at my Helios and I'm like, that's not even a Helios anymore.
I checked the P-Bandai website. There's a Road Raid Politics 3 if you guys want to grab it for $36.
But there's what I did with my perfect strike freedom. I get to see it. I added in some,
I think
being just
still stuck on a GN.
Yeah, it's listening on my part. Yeah, it probably would have been Wi-Fi, but yeah, I glued I glued in some bins. I don't even know where they came from, but in the chest.
Right here. Hold it right here.
I swapped the head out here.
I have done the arms and the waist. I think that part is for the 30-minute missions that I'm doing.
There you go. There's an update from Littles.
Yeah.
She comes in once. She'll be back in a couple minutes. She said she's got the arms and the waist done on her 30-minute missions kit.
I was gonna try to show this little backpack thing I made earlier today before work, but my freaking camera's acting up. I'll probably just have to take pictures of it, post it in the chat or something. Okay, I see.
Must be breathing in all those fumes.
Yes, I took a screenshot of it and posted it in the chat. But this guy who's like part of the local Gundam group or Gunpla group, he's selling like a bunch of his.
I've been doing like baseball games in the evening with like 160 degrees out. So that's fun.
What do you guys think? Look all right? Middle chest bend now?
Is that the real great?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Doing a lot of photo stuff.
you know, when I got mine, I had thought about like taking it and doing all that stuff to it, but I was like, it looked too good for me to do that.
It's coming out pretty good. Like, I got the fin funnel came out like amazing on this.
And then, like, I see people posting their pictures of like they're painted with their high news, and I'm like, damn it, if I only I'd done it.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at it. Like, it really brings it alive. Like, I changed the colors a little bit. So the light blue is Mr. Color RX-78 anime blue, and then the dark blue is Mr. Color cobalt blue, and then all the white I changed to Mr. Color off-white. And like, I don't know, it just makes it. It really did a lot. Like, the kit looks so much better. It looked beautiful to begin with. But, like, it looked really good.
I know. I absolutely hated building those funnels.
The funnel?
Yeah. Because I built the high noon first, and then built the new.
Still have the real great box up here. I have not built you guys for that.
Remember, this new isn't just for show.
Oh yeah, getting close.
Need to get some. Why is the camera still being so difficult? Hold on.
It's age, basically. It's gonna age, basically.
All right.
It's the same thing.
Now I can actually see everybody.
I take it back. It's worse than that. It's gonna be Gundam age like I'm guessing no G was to Gundam
Nope.
turn A.
Now two people cut out on me.
No, age gets a bad rap, but I mean, honestly, like the mobile suit designs and like the battle scene animations were, I mean, they were all right.
I think I consider the Build Diver series Gundam age canon. I think I do.
And then like G Reco. I think G Reco is the best looking like animated series.
The core Gundam, I can see a lot of Gundam age reference kind of design aesthetics in it. And the whole theme of the Build series is like that too. With the age tri-series, everything.
The really shock the big slides and stuff like that, dude. I think like G Reco, I don't know. I think it looks the best visually.
Did you watch the G Reco movies, the completion movies? They fixed everything. It's so much better.
Even the cannibalism?
They cut a lot of stuff that wasn't necessary to show.
I didn't watch all of it. Does the dude still crap his pants?
The movie? Oh, yes, he does. let go. Can't sit.
So, the shark clone of the series,
Here we go.
starts going in about how, these people have to be redeemed, because they were cannibalists. And I think that part gets, glossed over.
Well, I'd gloss over it too,
That's a little bit of a social taboo right there.
What?
You don't eat each other. Yeah.
Hey, could you imagine though, like being in a situation where that was the only way you could survive?
Hey, but don't put me in that situation because if it's you or me, I'm gonna have you cooked. Well done.
Right?
Fuck that shit.
Like, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know, like, if I could bring myself to eat somebody else, like, even if it meant living. Like, I don't.
Hey, I know what you need, man. I know exactly what you need. You need to watch Wrong Turn. Every single movie in the series. Watch that.
If I had the opportunity to eat somebody that was like a really shitty person and nobody cared, and I could get away with it, I would do it in a heartbeat.
What, like Jimmy Kimmel?
I had my fiance laugh because I'm like, I need a bald eagle. I would deep fry that thing, and you would have freedom wings. Bread them up, a little bit of sauce, and she's like, you would get bald eagle.
Wow.
Big Mac or something. Like, oh, well, this tastes like bread.
Tastes like freedom.
I would try. I guarantee you, I could put a butt roast from a dude into the smoker, and it would be delicious. I am a wizard.
Black light on, black light off.
The confidence you have, Jody
That's cool.
Mike, between that, the way we tried that.
All right. Hey, people over there in YouTube land. I got some more scribing done on this bad boy. Right there.
You can just, you can get them spray watercolors, by the way, and just jump on stuff a lot. You can fix that really quick. If you have later models. Not only kind of spray water bottle, don't do that. Just grab the spray colors, you can water into it, it pumps the mist of spray in their face. You can charge it too. Oh, that's why he's airbrushing. Yeah, he's in the bed. Just muffled.
My best life, man. That's fucking healthy right there. What?
Where is that noise coming from? It's not him, is it?
No, I muted what I thought the noise was coming from. I don't know. Like I said, there's 3 video screens that aren't showing up on my screen over here, by the way.
Yeah, I can't. I'm like right here.
So people that need to check their connection are Jake Parrott, Doug Goins, and I think Leo. Because I can see Nick Brinker, Carrie, and TJ. I think that might be Doug over here. Not sure.
So,
Yeah, I can see Doug, but Doug's frozen.
I'm still here. I was.
What movie?
Morbius?
It's Morning Time. Oh gosh, they memed that movie. Oh god, they trolled that movie hard. Mobius.
Morbid Time.
Yeah, that's that movie.
I'm not a big Morbius fan, so it just ties in.
I know about Morbius because of Marvel vs. Capcom.
This
You
is
get
why you
mentioned
have,
like twice.
that should be one of the Dark Horse comic series.
I never watched Morbius, but like I heard some people say it was good, some people say it sucked.
Spider-Man kicks his butt.
You know what's really good with these movies that come out? You can actually watch or read the Dark Horse comics for the Alien trilogy and Predator trilogy. Have you guys saw that before?
Don't think so.
No, not really big on aliens. I'm not a big horror guy.
I don't like horror either. I'm a thing.
So like, yeah, I played some of those games.
I stumbled across this movie a few nights ago. It starts Tom Cruise called Oblivion.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Good stuff.
Tom Cruise.
It was okay.
Great concept. Yeah.
I saw it in theaters.
I didn't even know it existed. And like I said, I stumbled on it and I started watching. I'm like, oh, it's actually. That's how I found it. Well, launch it like that. Cool. I like that.
Moral War.
That it looks like a dragonfly, that chopper thing. It's so cool. Oh yeah, that little pod thing.
Okay, so I was talking to a guy and asking him what
Well,
kid should build
it's
next.
like whenever he realized that like he's a clone and like they're all like there's other different versions of him.
What you gonna build next?
It's some kind of like alien that's doing it.
Yeah. So the guy I was talking with asked him if I should build an armored core or Gundam kit next.
I love armored core kits. I got 4 of them.
I have one option right now. I can do either this one right here, the Mark III 72 scale resonant, or I could do this one.
Those armored core kits, they look like they're.
Can you move it a little further back from the camera? I can't
Yeah,
quite.
sure.
You couldn't quite.
RC.
All right, folks. Give me just a minute. I'll take it out.
Yeah, here you go.
That's the new one that came out recently.
The Unsung had a re-release too, and the Supplies has one too.
I saw this.
You follow the Armored Core lore for the games?
Yeah.
You guys, surely you guys heard of that, like the Super Mini Fly or whatever.
Yeah.
So supposedly Supplies Nanju, Armored Core 4 was actually
I
the
saw,
pilot of
Somebody
Unsung.
was selling one of the like the Dino Megazord, one of those, for like $250. I was like, what?
Nope.
Yeah.
It's about right.
Those were some big things.
Get expensive. I
Well,
really don't care for SMT stuff for the most part.
And like they've got so many stickers, like for each, like every little detail it has. It's a sticker, unless you like you're good enough where you can math, get it, hang in it, and do all that. But what? That's crazy.
So I will link a video in chat later of the MadWorks YouTube channel. They have a few builds on there that you can watch. You'll probably see a lot more use on tools than painting for them. But if you guys watch that, you'll see products, things you can use or buy that you haven't previously before.
Oh, you finished?
It'll help you build a lot more efficiently if you want to do
Grab the
color
turntable.
customizing and everything.
Did you say earlier that he's talking to MadWorks?
He said he's trying.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard him say something about MadWorks, and then when somebody said that, I was like, they clicked in my mind.
Yeah.
They do like the chisels and stuff like that, right?
scribing stuff.
stuff like that.
Yeah. Scribe tools and chisels.
Yeah, scribing is like techniques.
So I'm doing right now is scribing.
That's the one thing I don't have to do on resin because if it's detailed already, I don't have to scribe at all.
Scribing, but I honestly don't
All right.
I get stuff cleaning and painting kits that are really big. Like these kits, I'll probably have to use spray cans on them because they're so large. They're larger than master grade pieces. Basically the size of a person.
I think you want to get into the airbus. You're talking about the spray can spray because it's too big. If I ever get an airbus, I'd have to get one that's real flying.
Hey, you can buy carbon filters, by the way. Just buy like one of those giant storage tubs.
Good,
Put a
still
carbon
talking.
filter on the top, and the air will never come out of that once you send it in.
I have finished my 30-minute mission.
They're designed to
Build.
be one-way permeable.
It is right here. It is
That way
a
air
tiny
goes
tank,
in,
dude.
air will never come out. The carbon filter keeps all the
He's
stuff you sprayed
spinning.
into it, like fumes, particles. It stays in there for indoor use.
I don't know what else.
Really
The
easy.
thing I like about horticulture, your cultivator,
Yeah, you can also take it and wash it with thinners or dish soaps to
Transform
clean
it
out
real
the
quick.
stains of the filter. Then use it again.
It transforms down into
Replace that for a
charcoal,
while.
right?
You know, easy stuff.
Go over there and transform it. Come back. Should just fold up real quick.
So I really can't decide. I think I might actually do the Gundam Mark III resin next. Because the armored core is going to be way too much inline cleaning. I'm not wanting to do another coated Wookie kit after this gunslinger. That's 2 kits in one company. I'm not going to do a double one.
Yeah. So if you think the Zoids kit is tough, armor, you're going to be in for runs with the armored core ones. That's, oh my god, tiny parts.
Actually, my channel is one of the
It
few
doesn't show you how to
that
transform.
actually has a lot of armored core model kit reviews.
It doesn't show you how to transform him.
That's actually one of the bigger video views I get gained for subscribing. I'll probably post links with them later.
I watched that Mecha guy, Koju or whatever. He reviewed that one armored core kit, the white glint.
That was bad.
I think it's what it was. Yeah, he said that was bad.
Hey Doug, if you're looking for like a small airbrush, it's quiet, dude, that thing's on.
It's on?
No, not yet.
Oh, I thought it was on.
Oh, I can get an airbrush for like $25 from Makana, man. His workshop will sell you one from Australia.
Yeah,
They sell it with battery power.
The expensive part is the compressor, though, right?
Well, for you, no.
There is a tank mod.
You can buy the electric pump
I mean,
handheld one.
stuff.
Have you guys ever used the rechargeable small, like,
Battery
portable
rechargeable.
ones?
Those
Yeah, I've
last
seen-
really good battery.
I've seen like where people say that those suck and like they don't last long. And
Oh, they do. You just recharge it. That's all. And take your paint right.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
you gotta think of it, right?
I thought it had a collapsible mode where it folded all down.
Hobby Nut model, and they got some of those, and they were branded by Hobby Nuts on them, so they got their logo on it. And it was really cool, but they asked me about them. He said, have you ever used these? I said, no. I was interested in one, and I found one at Micromark that I tracked down to Amazon. I was going to buy one before I got this Iwata Nito Air, but it's a really good price, and it's got a few of the stock, and they just came in. But I'm really interested to see if it's buy one, and if they're good. Because I would be interested in one thing.
Neo's
So
watching.
talk to me about Micromark a little bit.
Neo, you're awesome, buddy.
Ultra sonic hand sanding tools. So like just glue sanding pads on them. Basically sand surfaces. You need to buy that. It's electric tools. See, if I can get this more set up. I gotta fix the legs, and I gotta build a base for this. So I have to buy a lot of equipment before I actually paint or clean this kit. Because I think I'm gonna glue the legs in one pose. So I gotta figure out what pose that's gonna be. And I found some high grade reference photos. Yeah, that's what red really symbols like. It's a little different. Those kits. These building kits, they assemble with ball joints and stuff like this, so it's not uncommon to have some mobility for posing. It's just that when you glue it, you have to use a lot of glue.
You know, I still can't believe that. Lewis.
What was that noise coming from?
Where's that noise coming from?
My dog.
Yeah, and I built ball joints into this. I ended up cutting and mounting this heading that can move on the hip joint, which previously didn't have any mobility, kind of like this. So, brass rod, peg, CA glue, then I mounted a peg, so a standard section. It works pretty good. It has a lot of weight, so it holds the joints where you need to pose. So, basic articulation. And the waist moves too, so we're just going to figure out the rules of this. Yeah. Pretty different for a model fit.
It is basically, it looks pretty sturdy.
Like, look at this. This is the leg right here. I'm holding this straight up. Terribly big.
Yeah, like clear up his ass.
Yeah, so I got to figure out this connection here with these brass rods, because these pieces go between it, the side thrusters. So when I do that for this mod over here, I have to make sure the legs are solid enough now, because if you can't hold some weight standing, I have to redo the whole leg joint. I might have to scratch build a plastic styrene sheet in between these two pieces to hold friction for gluing. As I glue the brass rod, the friction will hold the plastic, rub against each other, and I can tighten it based on how thick the gap is. Right. Gluing. Okay. Yeah. So that's one of the things you have to look at and be careful with resin, because you want to have precise, tight measurements. It's not just I drill a hole, it's what's the thickness and the tightness it can hold and the weight. This is pretty solid plastic. All of this is, it's not hollow like a high grade kit or
The plastic looks good quality.
yeah. That's the hardest part. Cleaning.
If I were in this catalog, where the airbrush is, there's the price.
So I believe you can get knockoff airbrushes for really dirt cheap, but you gotta find the people that have it. I know one shop that has it.
But aren't you sacrificing quality for that? By doing that?
I would think.
I think for learning experiences, don't buy anything overly dramatic for pricing. Just buy something that sprays. Don't buy like precision tools. You don't need high quality steel caps.
My ball and chain just walked in, so I'm gonna go to the ball here. I'm gonna do what? He's a lot of your pro, brother. You know what I mean? That's the other half, man. It's important. So don't worry. Yeah, I know. You can't live with them. You can't live without them. Keep you up, man. Like I'm gonna change your mindset, Doug. I got you guys. I got you. But yeah, take care of her, man. I got you. All right, buddy. We'll talk to you guys later. I'll be in the chat later on or something.
All right, Doug.
Y'all be good, man.
Serious conversation.
Be good at it.
The lizard man and the icon. You put that there in the chat. It's custom settings.
Not me.
Me.
Who did that?
That was me.
I didn't do that.
I did that.
Amazing. I think she's German. I think it's our group mascot now, by the way.
I did it.
Inadvertently.
that.
Okay, so that is our mascot. I'm going
I'd like to
promote
call
that.
it a badass frog, like a robotic frog, kind of like what was it, Battletoads?
Yeah.
I want to return.
Big ass sticker on, like an eye patch. Fuck yeah.
I think we'd have a problem competing with Sergeant Frog and their mechs.
Uh-oh. Star Fox references here.
No.
Okay,
Never
there's
heard
one
of
there.
the anime Sergeant Frog?
No.
I'm just thinking of old school Battletoads, and then I put my own spin on to make it like a mech robot, but it looks kind of like a toad.
I think I scared myself for a second. That's okay. So you can see how the section in the back is kind of sketchy. Oh, what is this? We're playing videos now. Yes, thank you. Much appreciated.
Oh, let him in. Oh, shit.
I was going to give you a suggestion. If you want to try something.
Oh, this is great.
I was just trying to. I'm having some issues. Like, there's still 2 cameras that aren't showing up, man. It's really pissing me off.
So, yeah, you think these legs would be tight on a fit? Typical. Shit, look for Zoids while it's only 4 minutes per clip.
Look into my eye.
Was there more?
Let's see this.
Or was
Hiko.
that it?
There was more, but like I said, I was just doing something real quick. I'm sorry. Trying to figure out who this person
is.
is.
Like the really good experience part of it.
So I removed the safety flags on this. Here.
Safety's off.
Because you're about to get removed. Leo, your camera sucks.
Mine?
No, Leo, not yours, Jake.
Could be like, yeah, I know.
I'm not shaming anybody.
I'm not trying to shame anybody either, but
Oh, by the way,
I think that's where the feedback is coming from too. So, hey, Leo, I got to get you to like try and resend your camera and everything. So, I'm so sorry.
Come on, like we can switch it. These people.
I can't kick anybody out.
My hand.
Like I said, I'm getting no camera whatsoever for Leo. And then I'm getting also horrible white noise right now too. Whoever's got, if you've got a fan running right now, you're giving me white noise.
okay, does anybody have a fan on? Take it for So somebody has a fan on.
I don't like ceiling fan, but
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe like turn it down a little bit. You can turn it up a little bit if you want to cool.
No, I was just saying like it just. Oh yeah, that's totally better.
Sorry, I just had my fan on. It was cooling down in here. Finally got cool, so
This is what a resin Mark III leg looks like.
What's cool?
Big. This is literally the size of a master grade height.
That is
Then
huge.
once you, as the torso section here, it's about how tall it'll be. So it's
Pretty big.
about like this.
Dang.
Hands.
Wow. That's crazy.
I can't shiver
primer.
trying to make a pole.
Trying to make a
Make
poll.
giant brass rod pole for this. That's the
Yeah,
only
but
thing
I
that's
got
gonna
the
hold
option to my phone. It says I can make a poll. I can raise my hand. You'll see it pop up. I can raise my hand.
Carrie wants to speak. Yeah, so I could mute everybody.
The question was, is it Gundam or is it Gunpla? Or is it what the fuck ever?
Well, if you have to be super namey about things, it's Gunpla. If you just like what you're doing, it's Gundam.
Chinese.
And if you don't care, it's Playmo.
What if I like what I'm doing? I call it Gunpla.
Well, Gunpla refers to the specific type of plastic that Gundam kits are made out of.
No, Gunpla is an abbreviation for Gundam Plastic Model.
I know, but
You take Playmo, no, you take Playmo and Gundam, and you make Gunpla. That's where it comes from. The fans created that title. It does not have anything to do with the plastic. It's an abbreviation created by the fans.
That's definitely old school there, yeah.
I understand that. What I'm saying is that Bandai has since then coined it as their fundamental type of plastic.
No, that wouldn't be true either because Bandai still plays around with other types of plastic too. So that's not necessarily true because now they're doing those eggshell plastics with those entry grades, and they're taking and it's not even the same plastic anymore. So I wouldn't even say you couldn't even argue that. That's not even a plausible argument because they're using eggshell recycled plastics now. That's not even the same plastic anymore. So that doesn't make sense. So I don't know where you're getting that information.
I thought Gunpla was the name of the art form that building these models created.
Yeah.
When you building and modifying these model kits, it's called Gunpla.
Yeah, I've the guys over at Bandai, they say it comes from the fans when they decided to not say Gundam plastic model. They decided to say and not Gundam Playmo because Playmo is already a brand as well. So you have Playmo.
Playmo came from plastic model.
Right. So when Gundam plastic model came out, they didn't want to use Playmo, but they were like, well, what if we took Playmo instead of plastic model and created the abbreviation? And that's where it originated. I don't know anything about this plastic use thing because, like I said, the Bandai company is still playing around with their plastics and stuff and still making different plastics. So that doesn't sound proprietary at all. That sounds, you know what I mean? Like it's a very fan-made title.
I understand that. I'm looking up my source.
All right.
Okay.
I was gonna say when I was learning what Gunpla was, I had an old Japanese man by the name of Tatsuya tell me that it literally meant Gundam plastic model, and that was it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the abbreviation.
Yep.
That's about right, actually.
I'm gonna mute myself for about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna partake in with the head of the company here.
Yep.
I shall return.
I wish it was easy to get a good brass rod size. Just one will do for the chest. I'm gonna stick this brass rod all the way through the chest pin here. Then it's gonna hold it in place. Because it's gonna get glue later on.
A120.
All right. Pencil time. Pencil time.
I was gonna say, if you want to do a video stream again, you should do the sample clips from Zoid's Wild Senki. It's really, really interesting stuff.
I think I know
It's
what
really
you're
quick
talking
too, actually.
about.
They're just like short animations.
We will get into that in the late night. How about that?
I used to play this game on a GameCube called Zoid's Battle Legends, and it's super difficult.
I have it still. I have it on my computer actually.
It is
I
super
play it all the time. I got like so really, really OP at the game. I got like all the legendary parts unlocked.
I revisited it and I was like, God, has this game always been this hard, or am I just shit at games?
You're just getting AFK that game. The game will kill you, but you can also kill it back if you want by all wake measures.
easy.
When you play the game, you just gotta know that the AI is as dumb as the controller is. The abilities, yeah. You get an Xbox controller. Play the game, it's so much better. You know why? Because you have 2 sticks. The other stick actually works like it's intended to. Yeah. I'm about to pen some resin because I'm bored. And this is a forever whip for me. I'm really into paint this actually.
That's such a weird art to put there.
So if you guys could get into painting resin, how would you buy kits? Or what would you buy?
Resin kits?
I would buy mainly just characters from fighting games.
Oh yeah. That's just mixed.
If I could get resin kits of
The
anything,
in extremely out of this world proportion, and it would be the gamut from human to whatever possible animal combination you come up with. They looked incredibly hot.
Unless resin kits became as high quality as some of the model kits in terms of ease to use and ease to assemble, I probably wouldn't get into resin. I've tried like 2 or 3 resin kits and I didn't like them.
I think I love resin. I love the 172 scale kits. The bigger size model kits.
I want to try one, but I live in an apartment. I don't feel like killing my neighbors with all the views.
In other words, you
Don't let
don't
him match. If you smoke that,
matched over.
where'd Mike Watson go? Is he not here tonight?
I have not seen Mike Watson at all today.
Huh. That'd be AFK. That's okay. People got things to do.
Oh yeah.
Then I'll stick the pen like this and turn my eyes and close my eyes because sometimes I like to flag across the room and block one. Okay. It flew off over here. Yeah, when you're clipping, always close your eyes because these brass rods, they fly. A lot of energy released when you clip them.
Ooh.
Metals like that.
Release the energy.
You guys want to learn a cool trick for doing pins real quick?
I really wish I knew,
Take some
Mike.
red and just dip it on your resin kit right there.
Wish I knew where my scissors went. I gotta use a different pair. All right. We'll be all right, though. So, I don't know if anybody else does this, but whenever I'm using this Dymo tape for panels for scribing, if you draw the image on with pencil, put the Dymo tape on, smooth it out so that the pencil grabs onto the Dymo tape, and then as you peel it off, you'll have your outline that you're supposed to cut. And then you can just cut. We'll see how well that works.
Just cut the G. I'm really digging this perfect strike. That's cool. Oh man, they kind of cheaped out with them side screens, so I was kind of hoping they'd be a little cooler. They're just one piece.
Okay, how many of you guys watch alternate Mecha animes?
Me.
What do you mean by alternate?
Like everything else but Gundam.
Oh,
Anything that
I
has
breed giant robots.
Yeah, I don't care.
Like even Transformers, that's totally
Yeah.
fun.
Dude, I'm about every kind of mecha. I don't have a.
I love Super Robot.
I was gonna say I blame Super Robot Wars for my taste in robot anime. Because
Like,
I'm like, ooh, this sounds
Project
interesting.
Hate Zero Rhymer kind of deal. I hate
Yeah. Like I'll see the mecha and I'm like, oh, that looks cool. I want to check that out. And then I learned that the series is incredibly messed up and it's going to mess with my brain and not having sleep for ages.
like Evangelion.
Yeah.
No, not over the chronically ill person in the hospital. No.
Shinji, no, not the clone of your mother.
I feel like you just gotta really disconnect from that shit and just enjoy the fucking badass kicking robot. Yeah, because
it's successfully from the chest.
Because I'm very technical minded, and I believe you should say what you mean and mean what you say, and that doesn't do it for me.
Can we just talk about End of Evangelion real quick? Did you guys watch that film?
I'd rather not talk about Evangelion.
I've watched it 3 times to try and understand it, and I still don't understand it. I think I need to
understand it.
You gotta read it. You gotta read the whole fucking the like from the Genesis all the way up, man, through the Gospels about who created it and how it came out of this dude's head. But it doesn't matter. It's all about perception, and it really, it's just a mind bender. It doesn't make sense, but I've seen it at least 20 times or more. I love it. I think it's great. I just like kicking robots.
So I need your votes, guys. Should I make a custom cockpit for this because there's a giant gapping hole in the middle?
Yes, absolutely.
That's what it's there for.
Put a cockpit in there.
That's what it's there for. You can probably find a separate kit that you can get pieces from to build up.
A pilot seat from like a 35 or a 22.
Yeah, okay.
You'll never know what seat it's from. It'll be 172 scale.
A cockpit. Yep, just buy a cockpit.
The pilot is 172 scale figure. That's fine.
That's perfect. I think I can do that. That's okay with you. That 14, in that 14 cockpit. That way you can say that, and you'll know that's the secret. When people see it, they'll never know.
But I'll probably put the headrest off in the back and just keep the seating part. The pilot will cover the seat up majority, and I'll just make the instruments blended in.
You can build like a subframe and put the holographic styling equipment on it.
That might be a good chance. I figure out what piece goes there. And this is the piece that goes in there. If I can hollow this out right there, in this bottom, I can make this the front monitor part section. So I can fit it in like that. I guess what it's looking like.
Absolutely build a cockpit.
It should be really easy.
Yeah. You can totally scratch build if you got some flaw plate and some strips, or just make the strip. But you can totally scratch build a simple model of what it looked like, and that's it. Just call it done. It didn't have to be super hardcore, but dude, you could totally model a sweet cockpit. Because I'm looking at one for an F4U-1 Corsair Navy fighter from World War II, and I painted the cockpit. His little vision. I'll pull it out in a second.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. The chest piece here is just this one section, so it removes kind of like when you take the head off, you can remove it like that. I'm thinking I could take this. There's a hole back here. I can make a double pin where this is going to be opened like this position inside the chest cavity. So it actually has the bottom part for the cockpit section. So it would basically be cleaning this edge, making it thinner. And I could insert this into there, kind of like that for the open hatch. So between this and the fixed position, I could have an opening mechanism. Yeah, so the opening for the cockpit would be this hatch section right here. I think I can tab it like that. I have to make it fit with this piece. So that's the difference.
Up early in the morning trying to survive.
I can't see my screen, but I don't know if this is going to focus in or not.
It's kind of focusing.
Maybe I'll back up a little bit.
Getting it as best as I can.
But this would be really basic, and it's got like a long footwell. You know what I mean? When you sit in it, your legs would be stretched out, so that it's just built that way, and it's an Academy kit. But it's just a basic bucket seat with a stick for your controls, aileron, rudder.
Kaden, come here, please. Come here.
Some supplies, and just a little bit of reference material. You can totally
you do me a favor?
replicate some nice looking cockpits.
Okay.
I think I figured out how the hatch opens actually. It's going to cover up the brass rod and hole. So it's supposed to be in like this. That's the fixed position. But if I take it out, I can just keep it right there, kind of like this. I figured just drill a hole with the brass rod all the way through, like right here. So I can pin them in both two positions. I think it might work out perfect, actually.
Sorry for the small absence. I needed some Innovator Awakening flour.
Oh yeah, man, what you got? Also, another curious question. Why not put a blacklight up to the thingy? It just like glows, man, on the tank.
It's called Slurricane Fresh Diamonds.
We need some positive vibes
I like it.
for these rainy days.
I feel my
Can we get some
mind
Jimmy
is
Hendrix on,
spamming.
please?
Char's talking to me. He keeps telling me paint all your mobile suits red.
Hey,
No.
I'm gonna paint my Mark III red.
Private, do not
I'm painting this one red.
stand down off the red paint.
Your red spray can. I'll buy some Molotov, man. I'll paint the Hong Kong garage kit with some Molotov red.
Speaking of Molotov,
Yeah, man.
somebody asked me if I like it, and I said, yeah. I like it so much I bought an entire bottle of it.
Oh, wow.
Well, if you keep using it, it works good. And, I mean, this is your choice to use it or not.
I don't know if you guys saw in the group chat, but I used it very tastefully on my
Rifle. I saw the
test.
rifle.
Not only on the rifle, but the Dawn test types, the bazooka thing. It looks very
Sighting and everything else is really good for that because it levels so nicely. I'm going to use some of that too on this gun sniper for some detail parts.
Yeah, I'm like looking at it right now, and it looks super good. The sensor I'm really proud of because what I did was I put the Molotov underneath it, but only on the plus part. And then I painted the whole clear plastic part in royal red, and I can show you what that marker is. I won it from a competition. Fun fact: my first Cosplay competition I entered. I got this in a 1999. I think it's a G, or is it a G Gundam kit, or is it the one with the mustache? Turn A. I got the gold one. I think it's called the
Sumo.
Yeah. It's super cool. I haven't built it yet. I really don't want to. I kind of want to put it in like a little box frame and put it on the wall.
I'll get off in that real quick. Hiko, I'm really interested in when you ask the question of the cockpit and the scratch bills. That's really cool.
Yeah, I've done it before.
Recommend like a larger scale? Because I think obviously I would probably want to say get a large scale mech robot, because I understand what you're doing, building a frame, rod and stuff. So that way you get the opportunity to actually do some like scratch building, or that bashing comes a lot easier on a larger kit versus trying to KitBash an RG, which kind of sounds dumb because it detailed isn't it? You know what I mean? But it's so fine.
Partly the issue is right now is that you want to have a scale, a model kit scale that you can get parts from other things. For instance, I could buy a U.S. military ground crew set, and it would be the same scale as 170s you as this kit. You can pilot figures from there. You can
I like 135
other kits, yeah. So the idea is you stick to one grade, and if you build only in that grade, you can always get different supply pieces from other model kits.
That's where I use the master grade, the 1/100 scale, but I scale mash about 4 different scales, and then I use depth perception to offset that. You know what I mean? If it's too big, you just change it in the background or foreground to get the size ratio visually.
It's funny you mentioned that because on my one of KitBashes I did, I had some leftover 1/60th sized perfect grade like thruster bells, and I used them on the pack because they were so big and beefy. I liked the way they looked on it.
Oh yeah, it's just like extra large thrusters that you just you pull out of NASA and be like, hell yeah, let's strap this on the go kart. But I'm really interested. Like I said, this whole KitBash thing is just really intriguing because it allows my imagination to run, and then talking to you guys really put applied science together and then resources.
I just haven't stepped into that fully. You guys have, like I said, I've never really KitBashed a Gundam. I mean, I know what a KitBash is. I'm a scale modeler, so it's not the point. But I think it's gonna be really cool to start creating some really interesting pieces of art that are, I guess not easy as long as we have the skills and knowledge of applied science to do it. And I do. I just have not done it, but I'm really, motivated and inspired by you guys to do it. And that cockpit idea is just running through my mind. I'm going back to Robot Jock.
I'm wondering if I should go back to the drawing board with my idea for a first Strike Gundam assault type.
Is that Mike Watson?
Based on the Strike Gundam.
Mr. Mike Watson, yes.
Mike Watson. I can't see you, Mike. My connectivity is kind of trash right now.
It's FUBAR connection.
It's all right.
So I'll probably show you what the idea for my cockpit mechanism for the hatch. I can close it and open it now in the exposition.
Oh yeah, I can only see half the screens.
All right, guys, I hate to say it. I'm going to have to stop for the night. My back's starting to get back on me pretty bad.
Yeah, man, it's good effort.
All right, Leo.
Oh yeah.
You have a good night, sir.
You guys have a good night.
Good night. I would have been on earlier, but we were watching
This is weird.
Fantastic Beasts: Secrets of Dumbledore.
Dumbledore?
Is that new?
Dumbledore.
Sorry.
Yes, it was pretty good.
All right.
I definitely thumbed it up.
Fantastic creeps and where to find them. I heard.
I'll just lay down like a mobile suit should be down on the deck. So here's the cockpit design. I went ahead and fixed it to the opening position. So all I had to do is remove the head, then take the pin out right there. And this piece, part of the mechanism just slides in and the head goes back on.
You can build hinges and all kinds of things.
That's it. Right, it's just going to be the door under there in the mobile suit. I'll just put a cockpit design in there and put a pilot figure.
Because that's what I would do. Make it stationary, have it open, and that's it. Or a pilot sitting in it. Because everything that I'm building it all looks stationary.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's in a hangar and it's being maintenance. So it looks stationary, and that's a part of that aspect. When you see open cockpits and stuff like that, and then all the other elements that move look natural moving in the environment. Yeah. And these mobile suits are just there, static. And I like that. It's really nice.
I think what I'm going to do is, for the mirrors and screens, I'm going to do Molotov chrome on the bottom, put a clear piece of plastic on it, and put UV clear. That way I can make the instrument panels light up with a black light when I shine a light on it.
That's cool. Or just paint those on the panels so they light up like buttons.
Yeah. I'll just do the seat and the two screens on the side. And I'm not going to put the front monitor. I'm not going to make that. That's where you see when it's open.
I like filling in like gun sights and optics with resin, so it looks like a glass lens over top of the sticker. Or you can use jewels, Swarovski crystals, or round stuff. They're cool. If you get a good one that looks good and not tacky, no offense to anybody.
Yeah. This is a pretty big kit. I mean, by all means. Then I have to figure out how I'm going to mount the hips. We have to use one giant brass rod and a wood base.
I like this.
Here's the Mr. Binders right here.
Okay.
So I gotta sand and paint these.
Yeah, I really gotta try this. I got ideas, and that shit burns a hole in my head. That's why I'm creative and do it. I have to get it out. Some people do music. I do ideas.
Well, my dilemma is I'm making videos, but I need someone else to build these for me. And I'm willing to pay people to do that service, actually. 100%.
Send them here.
That's a good plug, because I was going to say, that's the situation I'm in, too. And that's where, Web C comes along, where he has skills and knowledge that I do not. And we get along and we work for the same cause. So we raise a flag, and then this is what we're doing. And I, like you, for instance, Hiko, you have, great tool knowledge. You're a master builder. And I'm learning from you. And if no one else is learning from you, that's just they're not taking advantage of life. Fair enough. So there you go. But I see, like, I need other people to, like, if I make a video, it's more like I just record the video, I give it to somebody, and they make me a video. I don't have time for that shit because I'm on the phone. I could be doing something else. A lot of people in my life, but I know where you're at. Because you make good videos. Mike makes good videos. Yeah, I can get footage, and I get dynamic footage. I do a lot of drone photography and video, so I know what I'm looking for. The golden ratio, all that good stuff, because it's just the eye. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Yep. But so I would just take all that content and I need to pass it on to somebody that can process it, kind of idea, like where you're at in the same deal. It's like I get these kids. It's like you just build this, and then I'll tell you how I pose it and what I want, and then when you paint it, because you're the master painter, and that's your last step of your vision. Or even have somebody paint it to your spec, and you do your photos, because I think that's where you're at, right? You're the photographer.
Pretty much. I'm going to have to buy magnets for this, because this bottom walk hatch, this is the hatch where you walk down to the pilot entry, so it has to be glued. A magnet in there, then I can use it. So.
Oh no.
Are there like little scale railings and stuff, or like handrails? Because that's what I'm thinking in my mind, going with like heavy equipment of that same scale, and then KitBash in it to get like railings and walkways, gantry stuff, your structural steel parts to create stuff. I got like a heavy wrecker mech that could salvage anything. I mean, it'd be kind of armored, but very strong. A devastating mech, but it really for salvaging. But it could haul whatever you had, take kind of thing. Because that's the world that I create. Because I like heavy weapons, mechs, but everybody has a skill, and that's why it's important that I'm looking for someone to help me, like you're looking for someone to help you. We all have these attributes, and we're looking for other ones that we don't possess, and it's important to take stock in that, be pride in what you do have, and go with what you know, do it to your best, and always give some or edify other people for the skills they have, and make them feel good, because it keeps them going. And if you can friend them, like we have all of us, we're learning from each other, and you're just gonna pour your secrets out because I can get it from you, because you're willingly gonna tell me if I ask. I want to know. You want to teach people, so here we are. We have an accord.
By the way, I forgot to mention there are YouTubers that do charge money that would watch content now. There's a few guys I know. Yeah.
Cool.
They charge money to watch content?
Yeah.
Well, they can go watch whatever they want.
Behind a patron wall. And these are guys that are really experienced.
They're manipulating the commercial aspect of e-commerce. Because I've learned a lot about this in what I do in the real world for business and how it works. It just wasn't my avenue. I'm not that technical. You have to know. You're building websites. They're traffic funnels. You're collecting information, like email and stuff, and then you have automated systems, CRMs, that are emailing a set email, and it's crazy. It works good. You're doing it. If you know what you're doing, you have the right team. It can generate money, and it's awesome.
I'm not going to pay you to watch my video.
I was going to say that, like, if you're actively promoting your community and growing it, you're probably going to run into like a few content creators that might be super beneficial.
My posters come off. I'm working on personally reaching out to certain people and cultivating relationships with them. They're trying to show them what's going on, and then get them to take a chance and on us. At least me on my word and what they see. So we might get a chance, and it's not. I'm just the one talking about it here and there, whatever. And if it happens, it happens. Because I know everybody else is doing whatever in the background in your life. And yeah, I'm all about pulling along everybody that's right here with me, kind of idea. I'm a team player. I just have certain skill sets, and I'm trying to sell myself or sell the idea to people that we can create a really incredible community. And because I have really advanced ideas, I just don't know how to implement them, how to work them, but I know of them. And if I get the right team together, it's incredible.
So one thing I was talking and mentioning earlier is I did find that Wi-Fi module, the camera module also. But if you guys want to, we should probably do a connection check. Just run a speed test on that individual devices to see how we could possibly improve the stream quality and recording. There's always a mystery for everybody connecting to it. You never know.
Anybody else trying to connect to us?
Yeah, just the stream recording us, sending our signal, and being on chat.
Yeah. So, like I said, I know for a fact that my signals are a little slow right now because I just got this new router, and it's going to take me a while to get it figured out, and I'm going to have to call those people a couple more times to get the right amount of bandwidth coming off that router, because I checked it today on my PlayStation, and they were like, "You're getting 7." I was like, "I'm supposed to get 400." What the? Yeah. So.
Okay, I think you might have actually have to get a new modem too.
No, they sent me. Okay, here where I live, we don't get modems. Okay.
Oh wait, that's different. You're not
So.
using cable landlines, are you?
Yeah, we're so I'm through Xfinity. I don't have like CenturyLink or anything like that.
Uh-oh.
So it is a fiber optic cable link, and so it's really good and it's really fast, but like I've been getting a whole bunch of service issues since was it 2 weeks ago? It's like starting 2 weeks ago. I was just like kept getting a whole bunch of horrific service issues and stuff. So I've been calling them.
Solar radiation does that to electricity.
Well, yeah.
It disrupts. Yeah,
Yep.
Huge disruptions.
Oh yeah. So
solar wind seasonal. It's fine.
Right. So yeah, I'm definitely thinking that. And then there was that big, huge solar spot that was actually pointed right at the Earth a couple weeks ago. So if it snaps off, or if anything snapped out of it during that time period, yeah, we got hit for sure.
We actually live in a world. I mean, because I've noticed since I was a child, because they teach you shit in school, and then I had initiative, so I went and did what I did.
Right.
But that we live in an incredible world.
Probably.
And then some of us are, people, are really lost and just grazing in the meadow. And they look up at the sky, it's just a picture. They don't, it changes. There's clouds some days, sunny, it's raining. But they don't really understand what's really going on out there. Where we are in the big picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where the chicken crossed the road.
Exactly. All right. What do we got going over here? We're 2 hours in, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream over there on YouTube.